Okay, great. I think we're all set to get started. Welcome to our January Dawn's Dreamcatchers Zoom meeting. So exciting. We could spend the whole hour just catching up, I think, instead of going through the meeting, but there's so much that we got to do that I don't want to keep you guys all night. It may run a little over an hour. I'll kind of give you a heads up there. If you have to leave, I understand, but I do have the recording, and as long as I can download it and everything, it'll be up there in Dawn's Dreamers for you. So welcome everyone, and thanks for joining us. Let's go into the recognition if the PowerPoint is going to work. And we have campaign 25 and 26 sales to go back to. So let's see who the top 10 are. And I'll say, as I do all the time, I'm on this report only to show you that I am going with, pushing the sales just like the rest of you. So campaign 25, number 1 is Mary Murphy with $1,935 in sales. Great job. Then we have a premier member, Michelle Lee. And then we have Kim, President's Club, and Bobby, President's Club, and Florence, President's Club. And that should be Cassandra. Then there's Jerry, Vanessa, that's Premier, Roger, President's Club, and Arlene. Congratulations to your campaign 25 sales. You guys are working so hard there. Campaign 26 sales. We have Mary at the top, President's Club. Then we have Kim, Flo, Jeannie, Becky, Bobby, Melissa, Ayode, Cassandra, and Catherine. Congratulations to all of our 25 and 26. Now we have to go in 1 and 2. At the top in campaign 1 is Kiara, and with $5,642. And then there's Becky, Bobby, Kim, Florence, Roger, Vanessa, Cassandra, and Constance. So congratulations to all of you. Next, in campaign 2 sales, we have leading the pack as Becky, Bobby, Melinda, Connie, Roger, Kim, Mary, Catherine, Michelle, and Teresa. So congratulations, campaign 1 and 2. You guys keep up the good work. Now our pathway to premier achievements that were completed as of campaign 2, Ortita and Brandy, with their bonuses of being $70 and $20 for the pathway to premier. Okay, next is the pathway to premier, the napkin approach. And we will talk more about that for anyone that is in that category. We will go on to our team's 2021 Premier Achievers, final as of campaign 2. Next slide says, maybe next slide. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me just see. Okay, and Darwin, you were muted. So let me go back and congratulate Vanessa and Michelle for premier. Congratulations for achieving that title as of campaign 2. Then we go into the PRP Commission Levels. And as you all know, with your level of earning, $40 or more contenders. And then Premier starts at $5,000 in annual sales. And then President's Club, Honor Society, Rose Circle, David McConnell, President's Council. So that is where our sales begin as of campaign 2 and will continue through campaign 21. As of right now, that is the plan. So you want to keep pushing, you know, and talking to people to reach your level by campaign 21. Next. And I think I just said this slide. So you can take a picture of it if you need it, or if you've got any questions, let me know. Let's go on. Our team PRP achievers as of campaign 2 was Mary, Kim, Bobby, Flo, Becky, Kiara, and Roger. So congratulations. It says what campaign you achieved that in. Good job. Next, we will go on to our Avon Anniversaries. In December, on December 20th was Pamela Sprout with 22 years with Avon. Roger, 5 years with Avon. Francis, 2 years in December 9th. And Jathiaka, 1 year as of December 23rd. Now we will go back to the screen of everybody here. And Roger, are you on with us? Yes.
Yes, I am.
Okay, he wants to share with all of you something.
Yeah, okay. Dawn, after we talked, I did get a hold of Avon leadership on this, so I do have the answer now. Okay, I was actually surprised that they were here on that they answered today with it being Martin Luther King Day, but hey, they said that's a national holiday, not for them.
Yeah, they were working today. I talked to them.
Every 5 years, I was lucky to get this. I've already posted it in Dawn's team, a team group, but every 5 years, you get this really, really pretty plaque. And according to Avon leadership, it's for President's Club and higher. I did find that out because Dawn and I weren't sure when we were talking about this earlier today, but this is my 5-year plaque that I just got a couple of weeks ago. So I'm really proud of it. And I surprised a lot of people when I tell them, look what Avon sends to us now. They're like, Avon's doing that? And I'm like, yeah. Surprise somebody over that. So yeah. So you have to be President's Club or higher to get a plaque on your milestone anniversary. So, and it's really pretty, really pretty.
Okay, thank you, Roger.
You're welcome.
We'll go back to the Avon Anniversaries for January. It's coming, it's coming. We'll see how quickly the PowerPoint can come in. All right, there we go. Avon Anniversaries for December, and there's January. So look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and one in there is Kim Williams, January 31st, 6 years with Avon. Yay, good job. And so definitely congratulations to everyone on that. Okay, the next slide will go into our team members with birthdays in December. And yes, I did celebrate my birthday in LA at the kickoff. Let's see who else is on there that we know. Anybody else see their name on there? Melissa? Let's see.
I don't know, TJ's in here, but I told him about this and his birthday looks like the same day as yours, Dawn.
Oh, okay. Okay. Next we will go.
I'm on there too.
Okay, who said that? Oh, Becky. Becky's on there. Who else said I'm on there? Unmute yourself and tell me who was on there.
I think that was just me. I said it like the same time you saw it.
Okay, okay, thanks, Becky. Okay, great. So, wow. And you're 2 days after Christmas, right? Well, happy birthday to everyone. Well, I guess Darwin went back to me because, and I did show everybody this. I think I did kind of a cute little PowerPoint, but I have to show you my Louis Vuitton bag that Avon drew my name out at the kickoff. And I went up on stage. You've probably seen the pictures. Everybody wanted to have a picture of me in the Louis Vuitton bag. Had a personal shopping experience with Michael and a representative from Louis Vuitton. It was a great experience. I tell you, when Avon gives away drawings at these events, it's amazing. I mean, I was totally out of body when my name was called. Steve Bosson had to come down off the stage and literally almost wake me up at the table to take me up on stage, because I was just, I couldn't remember anything about what happened at that point until they gave me the champagne. Then I woke up real quick and then I was kind of back in body. Darwin, you're muted if you wanted to say something. Yes, he was watching the virtual and about dying when he heard my name being called for a Louis Vuitton. But what he was worried about, it wasn't about me, not managing myself up on stage. He was worried about when they gave me 4,000. Yeah, he was worried that I had on the right shoes to go shopping. That was the first thing he said he was worried about. The second thing he was worried about, if I went over my limit, how I was going to pay for the other bag, the rest of the bag. But I did go over my limit and Michael picked it up, and I was just like amazed that it was close to a $5,000 bag that Avon gave me. I mean, I'm almost afraid to use it. Anyway, so let's get back into what are we doing next? We did January birthdays. Now we need to do some, okay, we need to do January birthdays. Okay, sorry. So let's see who is on there that has joined us that I need to send special recognition. Nobody's on the January birthday. Well, happy birthday to everyone that's on the list. Next slide goes into team building. And from November 16th to January 13th, Darwin and I had 29 new team members. Melissa under Kim, congratulations, you had 1. And Kiera 3, Becky 2, and Latanya Brown 1. So good job, everybody. Keep checking in with people, keep posting, keep your online store interesting. So when they come on, they want to pick you to join. So this is the compensation plan at a glance. It shows you the personal sales you need for each, how many Gen 1 orders you need for each campaign, and what your sponsorship bonus will be. So now we, as of, was it campaign 1 or campaign 2? We do have something to recognize that, Darwin, we forgot to make a slide for, but I don't want to skip over this because we have a new bronze ambassador in our team, and that is Becky. So congratulations, Becky. You are our new bronze ambassador, and that is so exciting because you had these people show up and join your team, and you've made contact with them. You can unmute yourself, Becky, if you want to
I
Share?
did.
Okay,
Yeah, no, I was just very surprised. I don't know. I didn't really do anything. They just
they
happened
found you. They
to do
found
something
you.
that time. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were kind of local to you. I think one was in Detroit, and was the other one in your area too?
Ohio.
Ohio. So see, but they
Yeah.
found Becky online, and that's the way Avon's program is working right now, is that when they go online, they can choose who they want to join a team with. And that's why it's important to have your likes and your hobbies and different things like that listed at the avon.com site, because that's how, I mean, Darwin and I haven't gotten anyone new that have just picked us. So it can be, it really doesn't matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter, it's just their choice. So if you haven't done that video yet, that you can do, saying who you are, do that, because they may be looking at those things, and they may be choosing you because of that, or they're choosing you just because the location. Yeah, it could be anything. So anyway, congratulations, Becky. And we're so excited that we'll move forward with you and building that team up. So,
Thank you.
okay, next slide is one of the slides that we always, have in our PowerPoint, and that is going to your online store. This hasn't changed. We haven't heard anything new. So it's still $0 to sign up. You can make a $5 donation, or third option is the $30 kit. These products may change as we move forward into the new year. We don't know. Right now, this is all we know that is happening. And the next slide is with their first order, they get the free product if their order is $60 or more. And that still says Avon now, but it should say avon.com. $10 credit to use on their second order. So you want to follow up, of course, after they put in their first order, so that they get the $10 credit with their second order, but they have to place an order to get that. Okay, next slide. So this is a slide I picked up, and I don't know if any of you caught this, but this was in the kickoff workbook. If you downloaded that when you watch the kickoff, it talks about, are you ready for the leadership journey? Who an Avon representative experiencing success, who are your connections? What are you going to say? It gives you lots of points in there, meeting the new team member, building their order, continuing to share the opportunity and add more team members, and title advancement, achievement of bronze ambassador. And you can see there's a lot more information there. So if that's something you want to take a picture of the screen now, or you want to go back and scroll to it with the recording, you can do that also. We give you just a few minutes, and then we'll move on to the next slide. So free training from Avon and the Avon Live. They are doing these again. And tomorrow is free training on how to turn the Avon Live into sales. So do you understand how to share the Avon Live link so that they go shopping in your site when you invite them to the Avon Live experience? If you don't, tomorrow would be a great thing to check that training out, because then on the 20th at 8 o'clock Eastern time, they're going to have a live shopping experience about healthy solutions. Next, also this week is LG is going to let all of us representatives join in their what they call the LG Partner Store account, where you'll have discounts on major electronics, home appliances, and tech. Now, you should have gotten an email from LG saying that this was coming, but that's supposedly starting on the 19th, that they will make us eligible for this awesome LG program. So be sure to check in with your emails and also to let recruits know this is a big reward that they're going to join Avon, maybe because they want to buy a new refrigerator, right? And they've got to be an active representative, have to have an active account. So any questions on that, you can let me know later. Another thing that's new in Avon that just came out was those that were bronze ambassadors and above as of campaign 26 of 2021. They have an all-in incentive. So there's a couple in our team that are qualifying for this, and we're going to be one-on-one contacting you to help you reach that order activity to achieve a $50 bonus or more. So be in contact with us and we're going to partner with you on that. The next is our $100 My Way that just ended now. We had achievers in campaign 25 and 26. And we also had achievers in 1 and 2. So the next slide will give the achievers for campaign 25-26. And that was Kim and Mary. Congratulations. And in 1 and 2, we have Becky, Kim, Kiara, and Bobby. So congratulations. Now you should probably have already requested your gift, your $100 My Way choice of the bundle for 25 and 26. I just called today because I had requested it the beginning of December and still hadn't received it. So they sent through that saying that, you know, there was a problem, but that was right when Avon was turning things around, right? But in 1 and 2, if you have requested it because you earned it, they're going to be sending it separately in campaign 4 for whatever bundle you pick. They are down to 3 bundles. So you can check that out in the managed business and incentive hub. That's where I found it today. Okay. Next one is the charm keychain. Now look at this list. We have Catherine, Yvette, Suzanne, Brandy, Teresa, Kim, Ranny, Kiara, Margaret, which she goes by Peggy, Pamela, and Legenia. Now you earned this charm, but you need to place an order in campaign 4 to get it in your order. Okay, so that's how you receive this, is with an order in campaign 4. So those of you that are watching this replay, that's how you're going to get the keychain. The team achievers going to Hawaii next month, March, is Mary and Kiara. Congratulations for you guys. I'm so excited. Destination Avon 2022. We all know where that is at, right? That's in Cancun. And I have to pull out my little noisemaker that they gave us at kickoff, a little Mexican noisemaker. So, okay, I'm putting my hat on. All righty. And we got a Mexican hat as well. Those of you that probably saw me go up on stage, I forgot to take the hat off. So they took that off on stage. And And then it just all happened to get back to me. I don't know who had my stuff. I don't know who had my bag and all that stuff, but somebody took care of me and it all got back to me that night. So anyway, this incentive for Cancun, we need to think about that right now. We need to think about achieving that. The more of us that can go, the more fun we can have. So now is the time to start planning it, because achievement levels at the close of campaign 2. Now, should that be 2022 or 2023, Darwin? Okay, it started in December 8th, 2021, goes through December 6th of 2022. Okay, so that's campaign 1 through 26. 26 will end in 2022. So you got all the inclusive perks, everything's paid for. Once your flight is all paid for to get there. And so now is the time for us to earn it. There's 2 ways to earn it. I think the next slide says that. Let's go to the next slide. You can earn it through your personal sales, and you can earn it as okay. All right. I'm going to let you go with this, Darwin, but you have to unmute yourself. He's yelling at me from the other room, so might as well have him explain it. You're not off mute yet. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. No, can't hear you yet. I know. Okay, hold on. No, we're unfortunately we can't unmute Darwin. Darn. Anyway, little joke there. So PRP members, increase your personal sales by $9,000 prior year personal sales from campaign 1 through campaign 26 of 2021. So that's for a trip for 1. And then for contenders and premier level, achieve 16,000 in personal sales within campaign 1 through 26. New representatives achieve 14,000 in personal sales within campaign 1 to 26. Now, if you divide that by 26 campaigns, there is other representatives that have earned it every single year, whatever trip, and they divide it by the campaign, they divide it by the week, they divide it by the day, and so they get down to the number of what they need. So Darwin kind of did that down below here, a 1616 per campaign, or 539 per campaign. So you have one more campaign to achieve than we had in Hawaii. Okay, so next slide. So you can earn this also through team sales, not your personal sales, not your personal sales included in the team sales, but non-leaders, promoters, and ambassadors. You must be at premier level or higher by the close of campaign 26, but increase your team sales by 17,500 prior year team sales from campaign 1 through 26. And leaders, increase your team sales by 25,000 with the prior year of campaign 1 to 26. So Avon has opened up this opportunity based on team sales to everyone. So besides just earning it with your sales, you could earn one trip with your personal sales, and you could earn a second trip with your leadership sales, team sales. Okay, so keep that in mind. We are going to obviously be covering this every time we have a team meeting and updating everyone on where you're at and where you need to, go. If you're interested, we're not going to push anybody to make this, but these Avon trips are like nothing else. I know Becky and Mary shared with us what it was like being in Punta Cana and how it's just like so amazing. An Avon trip is like no other trip. So go on to what we need to talk about tonight as well is the avon.com site. So, if you go to Avon U, which is on that tiny black bar, and click on there, then they've got all these different training sessions. And I haven't even taken them all yet, guys. So when you can, go in, take a little bit of the training, and it'll help this maneuvering through the site a whole lot better. And that's the best thing to do, to tell your new representatives to do that training as well. Because even if you cover it with them, if they've done the training, then it all kind of clicks. So the next slide we're going to talk about is the Avon Wallet. And that's is a new payment portal that will help you get paid faster and easier, from sales, online store orders, to leadership bonuses and incentive payouts. All of your earnings, if not applied to your account when you have a balance, will be accessible in this new easy to use portal. And you can go into this Avon Wallet when you get the money in there, and you can enter like your own bank account that you want to transfer that into. That's what I struggled with it a little bit too, when it came into the Avon Wallet, and I had to do some researching and got my account set up so that I can just click on transfer and transfer what I want to into my regular Avon business account that I've got with a bank. So look into that. We'll talk about more of that as you need it. There's one more slide here on the Avon Wallet, and you can see what it talks about there. Take a picture. And if you got more questions, that's something I definitely have searched into, so we can talk more about how that is done. Okay, so let's move on to our upcoming important dates. We covered a lot of business with Avon right there. Now the upcoming dates is campaign 3, which we know ends tomorrow, campaign 4, 5, and 6. So remember, demos, samples, brochures, 2 campaigns out are really important to make sure you get added into your avon.com order. Okay, next. As we said, campaign 3 ends tomorrow. You can still find a physical brochure at the new site. It won't let you click on that item and add it to your cart, but your customers can still look at a physical brochure. We can talk about that too, but make sure that you work with team members with campaign 3. Now, if your customers are placing an order at your online store, they can use New Year for the code and get free shipping on $25 or more. For a representative who has not placed a campaign 1 or 2 order in their email, they should have got a unique code that's a personalized code that they can put in their personal order, or any orders from customers that they take at the avon.com site as a representative, where you sign in with your account number. And on the right side here, they would just go to this promotion coupon code and put in the code that was emailed to them. So this was good from January 5th through January 18th, but just got word today that they're extending this to campaign 4 as well for your customers and also for new representatives who have not placed an order and got the email saying that they have a personalized code. Just heard that information today in the buzz. Okay, let's move on. Campaign 4 starts on Wednesday. So I pulled this again. I pulled this out of the kickoff booklet that you could download if you attended the kickoff. And what this just talks about is how many new customers will you acquire in campaign 4? Just talk, think about your activation. Think about what you want to do to get whatever goal you want and what it's going to take. So what products are you going to focus on and your goal and the action steps to grow your sales? It's all here. It's easy for you to either, we will put this booklet, I think, into Dawn Streamers as well. So you can go into this and read all this fine point stuff. Okay, the next slide, we're going to jump right into campaign 5 because that starts, of course, in 2 weeks, and it's all about the new match. So the new match color that's in the campaign 5 book, it's all about that, and it's all about using the virtual makeover to be able to try on these colors. So that's something maybe next month, or maybe I'll do a separate Zoom and we'll talk about going in there and suggesting that your customers try on colors before they buy. So if that's something that you guys want to see me do, we can do that. So just let me know. Next slide, campaign 5 free offer. They're continuing our gel nail stickers with new colors. So whether or not you're purchasing your campaign 5, what's new products in your campaign 3 order, or you can do it in 4 as well. With any 2 match purchases, you get a free nail sticker. Now your customers get the same thing with any 2 match or magic purchases from those pages. They get a free nail sticker as well. So point out these free offers. That's a key thing. Next slide is the knowledge is power. So this is in your what's new. You want to make sure you're reading these what's news that give you all this information about our new products coming. The next slide in campaign 5 is about the sale on sales shop save products that are listed in those pages. Next on campaign 5 is a new product, which is the Belief Aqua Bomb Hydrating Toner and the Cica Eye Cream for your eyes in the Dr. Belmer collection. So these are new things you want to point out to your customers. I can't wait to try this Dr. Belmer Cica Eye Cream because I love all the other Dr. Belmer products. Also new products and free offers in campaign 5 is the Lard Ode Rose. Ode, I think is how it's pronounced, O-U-D. They had a big display of this in at the kickoff, and you get the free travel spray in your what's new, and your customers get the free travel spray with their purchase of the new fragrance. So search in your what's new about that. The wow deal for campaign 5, again, your cost is $30. In the book, it's $50. That's a guaranteed 40% earning, no matter if you're at 25 or 30% earning, you are earning that. Campaign 5 back cover is your shower gel sale. So that is something that's a popular item. $2.99 for the shower gel. That is normally, I think, regular price $6. So that's like half price. So the next slide is kind of an action plan review. It's what Avon had in their PowerPoint. The key thing I think on this that I'm only going to cover tonight, and again, take pictures of this or go back and watch the PowerPoint from for campaign 5 that Avon recently had. But is how much do you need to sell each campaign to reach whatever level you want? Premier, PC, or above. Now is the time to be doing that. Now is the time to be planning your every campaign goals. What products are you going to talk about? What products are you going to order in your what's new? And how will you share them? You know, the Avon just covers all of these angles for you. So the next slide we're going to move into is the part that I put together for you. And I will admit I got these from the DSWA. They just recently did a PowerPoint slide on, have you created New Year's resolutions or set business and life goals in the past years that were not met? I think all of us can say yes on that. So the next slide goes into visions without action is merely a dream. Action without a vision just passes the time. Vision with action change the world. Great quote. Great thing to think about. That's what this is going to be now for the rest of our meeting, is some really good thought starters. The next one is the process of creating a new reality and becoming a goal setter. So what does that take? The next slide goes into, are you a goal setter, a goal getter, or a goal sitter? So go after what you want. When you have a dream, chase it, because a dream won't chase you back. Now, I got that from a song that Cody Johnson was singing on the radio when I've heard it before, but today I wrote it down because think about that. When you have a dream, chase it, because a dream won't chase you back. Okay, next slide. We'll get into some nitty gritty here. So now this slide, we're going to kind of explain each circle and give you lots of different points to think about as you're creating your reality. So first, on the very top is the image. You got to think in your head that this is a possibility. How much can you imagine? If you don't imagine, your dream will not happen. So the next bullet, or the next circle there, is dream. You need to focus on it and you need to go after your dream. Then the next bullet is celebrate. What have you already done? You've already imagined what your dream's going to be and you're making the plans to go after it. Well, it's time to celebrate what you've done. So pat yourself on the back. And how much can you focus? So the fourth circle is vision. Clarity is a very clear vision on what is developing. Okay, so what's your vision? Next one is action, self-motivation. With no action, nothing happens. Self-motivation with no action, nothing happens. The sixth circle says engage. Get others to become a part of your vision and your action. So is that a family member? Who is that? Or is that like your Avon advisor? Is that your, you know, a friend, another Avon partner? Who is that you're going to get others to become a part of your vision? The seventh one there on the very bottom is goals. What are they? Set smaller goals to get there. So you set one big goal and then you think about, what do I need to achieve to make that big goal? And that's how you set your smaller goals. Number 8 in that little circle goes around there on the bottom to the left is celebrate. You had a dream, you created a vision, you took some action, you engaged others. Now it's time to celebrate what you've done again. So you notice how celebrate comes in after a couple little circles of repeating. The 9th one there is plan your timeline. How will you reach this goal? By when? What were your hourly, daily, weekly, monthly plan to help you reach that goal? Number 10, coming up on the left there, is action. Adjust your actions along the way. So that's a second action bullet, because sometimes you're going in a wrong direction and you need to move and turn and make a right turn or a left turn to adjust to what is working or what isn't working. Then the 11th one is track. Results, write it down. Remember, I always say this, ink it, don't just think it. Who is going to help you with the support? Who is going to help you with the tracking? Are you going to engage me? Are you going to engage another representative? Are you going to engage a family member? All of your family, you know, like, you know, if you're a mom with kids, they need to be involved in this. They need to know what mom is working for. You need to give them ways that they can help you by taking a book to a friend or whatever way it is. You create that with your own family. Share it with the family, and what will they do? Number 12 is live your dream. It's excitement. It's the reality. You created your own reality, and don't let your current situation create your reality, because that can be a Debbie Downer. Your current situation could be a Debbie Downer, and you may say, oh, I can't create my reality because of this. Well, you know, that's your own mind, but that's going to be your stopping block if you let that happen. So the next slide. Maybe the next slide. The next slide goes into who will you engage in your 2022 vision. So just think about that while we're waiting for the computer to wake up and come back to us, since that was a lot of information on that create your reality slide. But I'll continue on here. Who will you jump on the phone to share it with? Who are you going to call tomorrow and say, I want to do this for my 2022 year with Avon, and you know, I want to share it with you. I want you to be my, you know, promoter, my back me up, my, you know, kick me in the pants type of person. So who will you engage in your 2022 vision? Is it coming, Darwin? Maybe Darwin fell asleep. Okay, let's see. Let's go into the next slide as soon as it will let you. But I'm going to keep going and we'll catch up on these slides. The next slide says, okay, there we go. Now who will you engage? This one is the one I'm on. Are you going to allow your fear to stop you? Wow, that's a big one. That's a big thought starter, because you notice how she's covering her eyes, but one is peeking out there. You need to face the fear. What is coming in your gut right now when you're thinking about the big goal you could have for this year? What is coming out? You need to self-coach yourself through that fear. Okay? When you have guilt, it takes away the joy. So you can't have guilt and you can't be fearful, because that will really put up a roadblock for you. So you've got to get around that. Next slide. What are you going to think and do differently in 2022? How can I get these results and enjoy the journey? What better results can I have with a clear vision? Turn that light bulb on. Think about it. Say, man, I really, really, really want to do this next year. And for my family, for my business, whatever it takes. The next slide is, and let's see, the next slide we go into says activate. Makes me think of that. I don't know if it's on Facebook or what, that song like activate, what you learned, you need to put into action. And that's activating everything that's in your dreams and goals. Questions you ask yourself: why, what, how? Figure it out and activate. Wanting is not the same as being committed. Do you want to reach a level in President's Club or go to Cancun? Are you committed to doing that? It's a difference. Okay. Now, that was the DSW PowerPoint. The next slide that we'll go into is for you. And this was also taken from the Kickstart 2022 booklet. And this is something that you can take a picture of on this slide and say, my goal and intention for success and growth. What is it? Takeaway number 1, what steps? Takeaway number 2, what steps? 3 and 4, what steps are you going to do? Think about what we just did on the reality. How do you create your reality? Okay, now we're going to go on to one more slide on words of inspiration. And one of these I got from the DSWA too, because I love it. A wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like wise old bird? Good thoughts. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. There's a reason for that. The first step towards getting somewhere is decide that you are not going to stay where you're at. So stay focused, stay consistent, stay positive, and keep moving forward. Okay, now the next slide is we're just going to open up some discussion that who did their intentions board or their reality board, who did their goals board, their me board. Let's open the chat. Whoops, I guess I have a chat in there. You can unmute yourself, or I can unmute you, I think. Invite all. Unmute. Okay. So unless you've got background noise, of course, who wants to share what board they put together, our thoughts? Can be just on paper too.
What I put together, I'll go ahead, jump in here first, I guess. What I did, of course, you know, the biggest thing that my biggest intention is to focus and do everything I can to rebuild my business.
Mhm.
And of course, I'm targeting Cancun. So, yeah.
Okay. So you have your goal number then, if that's what you're targeting.
Right.
Anyone else want to share? Unmute yourself by just clicking the little microphone on the bottom. Yeah. You can see my board back here. It's not done, but it's a start. And let me just share with you as before, and then I'll quit talking, I promise. So this is one of the pictures I put on my board, and it says, you are responsible for your own happiness. If you expect others to make you happy, you will always be disappointed. And I had Darwin reduce that, and I put that on my board. Another one I put up there, one of the best things in life is when you hug a grandchild and they hug you back even tighter. So I have my grandchildren on my board because they're part of my goal. They're part of my dream. So another one, plan, prioritize, and profit. What are the key things to getting the right things done each day? And that depends on what your goal is. So that's a thought starter as well. No matter how you feel this Monday, get up, show up, and glow up. Okay. And then I put this picture on there because really we should all have this picture on there that we're learning, you know, the new avon.com site. So I put that on there and put Avon U underneath that. So who's got papers or pictures they want to share?
One of my goals that I have is to hit the premier level this year.
Okay.
And then to help my team increase their sales.
Yeah.
And then Cancun is my overall goal.
There you go.
So I've got my short term, my intermediate term, and my long term.
Yep. Good job. Good job. You put some thought into that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yep. That's what it takes. Okay. Anybody else want to unmute and share what their reality board looks like, what their goals, their dreams?
I don't have my board set up yet, but I do have goals.
Good.
I've been working with a friend on a fundraiser, so I'm finding that that's a very interesting little area, and so I am working on doing some fundraisers. I'll let you guys know how that all comes out. If I can get them going and get them going pretty good, which is my ultimate goal, I'll let you in on what I'm doing, and then you guys can do it on your end too, because it takes very little work on our part other than the initial setup. So that is my biggest goal for this year, which I'm taking little bites by getting started with some small stuff, and then I'll get into some bigger things. Also, the Cancun goal is pretty good too. I figured out I need $500 sales on every campaign. If I'm going to do it by myself, I'll have to build up a team if I'm going to get some team effort going. But for one, it's going to just take $500 for each. And of course, I don't go anywhere without the husband. So to get him to go, that'll have to go to 620, 625. A little more to start and a little heavier on some of them because I obviously missed a couple of them because my sales were under. Because during the holidays, I we're so busy here that I put things on hold for really getting out there and getting some good feels. But I'm hoping with this fundraiser end of it, it will pick up that slack and take off with it. So those are my goals right now, to, of course, get to Cancun for 2. And I didn't know what our top is for what you win it for. I actually have to do more this year than I would have last year if I'd have gotten to Hawaii. So that was a little disappointing, but I got my numbers down already. I was figuring it out while we were going over some stuff and the videos were stuck. But yeah, so those are my goals: to work on the fundraiser end of it, to get that thing perfected, and then share that with all of you so that you can try that for yourself if it works out well, and to work towards getting Cancun. So yeah,
There you go.
I'm excited.
There you go. Good job. Anybody else?
Well, well, I actually do have a board. Let me see. How you flip the camera?
We can see you.
I have a board.
Okay.
I made a little notation there about working on networking and team building. And my first goal was actually to work on learning more about the website and how to actually move around certain features and stuff like that. And of course, Cancun. So that's basically all I had.
Yeah, good job. Let me just insert, you guys probably are wondering why Darwin and our names were not on the board for Hawaii. They're still in, what do they call it? Let's see, review on our qualification, because we thought we had earned it by over $500 in sales, you know? Well, the campaign 25 document that we were going against after Thanksgiving, it was updated, but like every other campaign, it had campaign 26 sales added to it when they weren't supposed to be, because no other campaign did they add sales mid-campaign. So we were going by, that was campaign 25, end of campaign sales. And somebody somewhere added some campaign 26 sales. So Avon says we're $500 away from earning it. So we are rebuking that. We are asking for, you know, it wasn't our report, it was their report that was wrong. So right now it's in the rewards department. And yes, I've got to call into Michael because he's kind of like my buddy now, right? So we won't know. We won't know. So you guys that have earned it, Mary and Kiara, please keep us informed what kind of emails they send out for you guys on, because registration is supposed to be coming up in the next week, I think, according to what Michael said. But we won't get any of those information because right now we're not on the board as winning, as earning, unfortunately. But we're trying to pursue it. And we sent them all the documents that showed what we used and a screenshot of what their report said. And we've been in discussion with the supervisor at customer care, and she first denied us and said no. And so that's when we requested an exception because of the reports that we pulled back, that none of the previous campaigns had added the next campaign onto it till that campaign was over. We'll see. We're going up against corporate.
How do they expect you to push a little harder if you don't know you need to?
I know, because the
That's not
report
right.
was wrong.
Right.
And so, you know, how can that be our fault? We say, right? So that's what we're pursuing. So hopefully I get one trip. Well, Darwin says, because you guys are putting us so much stress, we should get 2 trips. But, you know, he's pushing them to far end. But But I've requested a call with Michael, and so we'll see if he gets that email and lets us know what time we can talk to him. He's in charge of incentives and rewards, so might as well go to the top person, right? And get some answers on how that can be our fault. So that's where we're at. So I just wanted to update you guys, because when you saw that report, you probably thought, what? I thought they were earning it. Yeah, we did too. And we thought we had it by $500 over and above what we needed. But that wasn't the case, unfortunately, with Avon's numbers. So anyone else want to share some good dreams and goals? Remember, when you have a dream, you chase it, because a dream won't chase you back. I love that. I'm going to record that song and let it be my goal. I have a goal. My goal is Cancun. We're going. That's all we just live and learn, right? If this one doesn't work out, we're going to live and learn and know that we're going to check with someone to make sure this number that we're going against, because Darwin did all the numbers while I was in LA. He, looked at what we had. He looked at what we needed. We bought a bunch of stuff, like, I don't know, what was it, $2,000 worth of stuff that we donated to the homeless shelter here in Aurora. Because I said, I'm not going to stock up on more stock, because, I want to give back to somebody for earning this trip. And so we did that, and we delivered that Christmas Eve to them, so that hopefully and the basics, because I looked on the website and saw what they were asking for: toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, shampoo. I got them that 2-in-1 shampoo. We took over 40 individual things of everything, and hauled in like 5 big Avon boxes in there, and they just signed my form saying that they'd received it, and then it's tax deductible, of course, and just felt good. It felt good to give back. Plus, yes, this will be on my earnings as well. So we had to kind of make some give backs for that $4,000 bag. Anyway, so yeah, that's what our story is. But yeah, let's go for Cancun. They passed these out at the kickoff too. So anyway, anybody else who wants to share? No goals, no other goals. Work on them. If you haven't yet, work on them, because that is going to be your key for a successful 2022. Is have some, I will admit, I done some of this today. Okay. Because when I work with you guys, it pushes me too. So, and that's what a leader does. A leader is like, okay, let's work on this together. And I did the very same thing I'm asking all of you to do. If you choose, it's your decision, of course. It's your business. Okay, anyone else? Anything else? Otherwise, let's